Coach Karabo, thank you very much for your time. 1-0 loss for you guys here. Your assessments, please.
Yeah, a very competitive game, a very competitive match. I think African All Stars, a good team. They tried to press us from the front in the first half, but obviously we know that you can't press the whole game. We just needed to manage the game in terms of the exertions. But on my side, I think we try to apply ourselves the way we normally do with our game model. But we are under no illusion that this league will be easy. We've just been promoted. We've got a lot of guys coming from the regional league, and we're trying to reinforce here and there with a couple of senior players, to steady our ship. But it's work in progress. It's work in progress, and you could just see that all the chances we had. I mean, I counted 3 clear chances that we should have scored. The score should have been at least 3-2 because African All Stars also messed up a chance here at the end. They should have scored that one. But it's just that killer instinct from our guys. I think they'll learn it as the league goes on. I've always told them that sometimes some things you can get away with in the regional league, but in this league you can't get away with some of these things. You have to grow up very quickly. You have to have the killer instinct. You have to be sharp. You have to play at a very high intensity. I think the intensity we are managing, but it's just a killer instinct in front of goal that I think is eluding us.
Coach, you mentioned that you are in the new league. You still need to strengthen in some areas. Today you missed a lot of chances. Is the forwards one of the areas that you are looking to strengthen the team in?
In actual fact, I think our forwards, we've got enough. There's a couple of players that will come in as well, just to strengthen that department, and as well at the back. Here you can see the characteristic of this league is explosive work. It's explosive actions at the back, jumping. They make you jump. Corners. They'll punish you if you are not ready for the corners and the jumps. So I think centre back, we will get someone at centre back. He's already here. He's registered, and I think also up front, we're just waiting for a few of his paperwork, and we'll strengthen there. It's just the spine that needs a little bit of leadership, and once we get leadership in that spine, I think we'll start battling pound for pound with the teams in this league. But you know what? Having looked at the past 2 games, the first game away, this game here at home, both games we've lost 1-0, and we created opportunities to actually come back and score. So not a bad performance by the guys. But here in this league you get punished for small mistakes.
Coach, you find yourself in I don't even know how to describe the situation. With the Varsity Cup, we are in season, peak performance. But on the other side of the APC is pre-season. How did you balance the two, and has that perhaps affected your start in the season in the APC Motsepe League?
Yeah, it will always affect the start. With 2 competitions. In actual fact, I think you mentioned 2 tournaments. We are from waiting for playoffs for a month, and then we wait for the next playoffs for another month while you are trying to peak for competition. You're waiting for dates, you're trying to peak for certain competitions. And then after those playoffs, you wait another, at least with the varsity football, the schedule was set. So from those playoffs, we got directly into varsity football. And now again, immediately after varsity football, you got directly into the ABC Motsepe. So the transition, as much as we can say we've prepared, they're not going to be smooth, that's for sure. But look, we'll have to manage the situation. But I think with the 2 games we've played, we've shown that we can compete at this level. All we need is just the sharpness to really finish off moments, really.
Coach, you basically didn't have pre-season.
No.
There's no pre-season. And if you look at it, the players that went into the playoffs, regional playoffs, Same players went into the provincial playoffs.
Yeah.
They then moved into Varsity Cup. They are back here in the ABC Motsepe League now. Is there an element of burnout in some players? For example, I think a player like Teddy has been instrumental throughout all these phases.
So,
been a pre-season.
yeah, you're quite correct. We, especially Teddy, we've tried to manage these situations, give them a week off here and there so that they don't burn out, like you say. Some players, as you say today as well, have sacrificed our full performance by resting a couple of guys because they are in the red zone, if that's what we call it. They are in the red zone, so I've given them a week off. They wanted to come and train. I said no. There's a long-term plan here. There's a long-term program that we are running, and it's the ABC Motsepe. In 2 months' time, the USA Club Champs are also playing. So it's competition after competition after competition. So I have to manage the load of the players with my sports scientists. We are able to rest a couple of players. And as you can see, there's actually, if I look at the stands and the guys who are out, I can make a first 11 there. So yeah, I've had to manage these guys because I knew that if they jump into tournament competition after competition after competition, they're going to burn out. And we are going into some crucial periods that require us to do well in, like the USA Club Champs. So I have to manage them now. I have to rest the guys and sort of bring them into a new preseason because the last time we had preseason was last year. So, so really, I have to manage them. You are correct. The load for some of them is too much. It's in the red zone. I have to manage that.
Coach, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it. Hopefully, there'll be lessons for other coaches to learn from such a situation.
Yeah, we need to document this. I don't know how we're going to document it and release the study, but it's crazy. It's competition into competition from another one into another one. Rest here, you don't know whether to peak or not. So we've tried to manage the situation the best way we know how, and we've done well in most of the competitions that we've played in. So it says we've managed it well, but we are into a competition that requires us to play at a slightly higher level as well in terms of performance. And yeah, I'm hoping that my charges will acclimatize as quickly as possible. Here you drop points, it becomes a problem when you're on the 5th, 6th game and you don't pick up points. When you're going into November, December, you're going into an unstable period for universities especially. It might affect the players, but yeah, I don't know how we're going to manage that, but we are in the planning stages of trying to manage that situation.
Coach, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much.